Hello there, great person, and welcome back to Let's Read The Wheel of Time. Today we're at book 4 still. It's called Shadow Rising, and it was always called that, or so I'm told. Anyway, let's go into chapter 7, which is called Playing with Fire. So will we see some fireworks today, or is it some other fire they're playing with? Stay tuned to find out. Okay, so it is an Egwene chapter. Okay, so now Egwene is trying to teach Elaine how to woo Rand. You say it like that? I think you do, so. Okay, so Avienda gave Elaine some jewelry and stuff so she would look pretty, and no one knows where she got that from, but she possesses such a stuff, and yeah, Egwene is normal. Only Elaine is well dressed. So let's see what happens here. This might be a very, very important chapter, or it might just be a side chapter, but the symbol is the wheel and the Ouroboros snake making the infinity, forming the infinity symbol. So this might be something important. So now there are Aiel dogs. Stone dogs. Is Gorse one of those stone dogs? We may never know. We want to see how the dragon's wounds are. That's what she says, and that's a good thing to tell them, so they will perhaps let you through. Okay, now Egwene remembers stories of black-veiled Aiel that were in the war and were scary, so okay. Oh, there he is. There is good old Gaul. Gaul Stone Dog is here. Great. So, always good to have him. Oh, and Rand is in a foul mood. Why? And he threw out... So Rand threw out Torian. I mean, yeah, he came off a bit prickish, but yeah. Okay, so Rand apparently used the one power probably to push Torian across the room, which is okay. I mean, fine, Rand. We have to see him, Elaine said. Yes, trust Elaine. She knows what to do. Of course, Aes Sedai, Gaul said. Oh, and Elaine is like, I don't really want to do this. Oh no. So Calador is back on its stand. And there he is, Rand. And he's reading, of course he is. And now Egwene looks at him and sees that he has changed. He moved differently too. A little like Len, a little like Aiel. Oh, I like that. But had he changed inside? Indeed, had he changed inside? I guess he has. I mean, we have not heard from his perspective, save for the attack, you know what I mean? I thought you were someone else. Yeah, he thought you were Berylane, I guess. Yeah. Some people want things I can't give. Things I will not give. Oh, okay, what's he talking about? What do you want? Did Moraine send you? Are you supposed to convince me to do what she wants? Don't be a goose, Egwene said sharply before she thought. I do not want you to start a war. Yeah. We came to help you if we can, Elaine said. Yeah, that's, of course, that's what you want to do. Sure, Elaine, sure. You know about her plans for help me? How? That is what Moraine says. And now Egwene is scolding him. You may have Terrans bowing to your boots, but I remember when Nynaeve switched your bottom for letting Matt talk you into stealing a jar of apple brandy. Oh, it was a good apple brandy. We had just turned 13. She found us asleep behind your father's stable, and our heads hurt so much we didn't even feel her switch. This was what was the first time you were drunk, Rand? Was that the first time? And now they have little remember moments. Okay. We're not here to talk of our times, Egwene said softly. Aww. You're here to help me, you say, with what? I don't suppose you know how to make a High Lord keep his word when I'm not staring over his shoulder. Yeah, that's probably a very, very big challenge. Or how to stop unwanted dreams. Yes, that would be good. Perhaps she could help him with that even. What about the old tongue? Yeah. Rand. Egwene raised her voice. Rand, I cannot read the old tongue. She shot a look at Elaine, warning her not to admit to any such knowledge. We had other things to learn. It was too much to hope, Rand said, yeah. Can I help you with channeling, with the power? If we can, Elaine added, yeah. Elaine, please just bring it up. Man, this is such a tease. Are you sure this isn't Moraine's doing? Did she send you here? Thinks she can convince me by some roundabout ways, does she? Some twisty Aes Sedai plot I'll not see the point of until I am mired in it. I agreed to meet some more of the High Lords this morning. If I don't keep an eye on them, they just find ways to get around what I want, yeah. I ruled here now. Me, the Dragon Reborn, I will teach them. Egwene wanted to shake him. He ruled here? Yeah, I mean, he does. He does, though. He was a shepherd, not a king. And even if he had called to give himself heirs, it was no good to him that he did, yeah. And now Elaine speaks. Please, Elaine, talk some sense into him. We came because we care for you. Because it will not work, but you can try. Yeah. If we care enough to try, you can try too. It is so unimportant to you that you cannot spare us an hour for your life. Oh, and he looks at her in a weird way. Perhaps he wants her. I don't know. We will find out soon, I guess. I will try. It'll do no good, but I will. What do you want me to do? Look at me, she said, embracing Saidar. She let the power fill her as yeah, okay. Life seemed to burst inside her like fireworks. Yeah, that's probably why it's called playing with fire, I guess. What do you see here? What do you feel? Look at me, Rand. I see you, what I am supposed to see. Are you touching the source? Egwene Moraine has channeled around me 100 times and I never saw anything except what she did. It doesn't work that way, even I know that much. I am stronger than Moraine, she told him firmly. Okay. Okay. I mean, she's probably right, though. She would be whimpering on the floor or insensible if she tried to hold as much as I hold now. It was true, though she had never before rated the Aes Sedai's ability so closely. Okay, fair. Oh god, now I think she's going mad a bit. She's now like, I'm so much better than Moraine. I can heal you. I can move things. I can change the world. Something like that. Oh, and now she tries to heal him. This is gonna be bad. Oh wow, it seemed that all the darkness in the world rested there in Rand's side. All the world's evil in a festering sore, only lightly covered by tender scar tissue. Oh god. A thing like that would soak up healing flows like drops of water on dry sand. Oh god. You are as strong as I know it. You must be. Feel, Rand. What do you feel? And she's like, to herself, what the frig? What can heal that? That's so bad. Don't feel anything. Goosebumps. And no wonder. It's not that I don't trust you, Gwen, but I cannot help being nervous when a woman is channeling around me. I'm sorry. Perhaps Elaine can do it, and then he will feel it, and then he will see her, and Egwene might be jealous then. I'm not touching the source now, Rand. Do you still feel goosebumps? No. Okay. You can sense a woman embracing the sorcerer, and Elaine is doing just that right now. It doesn't matter what you see or don't see, you feel it. We have that much. Let's see what else we can find. Rand, embrace the source. Embrace Sidene. Uh-oh, it's gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. He's gonna he's gonna nuke the room or whatever. So cool that Elaine that they had this little plan. I like that. Do you see anything or feel anything? She asked Elaine. Why was he so out of countenance? Studying him fixedly, the daughter here shook her head. He could just be standing there for all I can tell. Are you sure he is doing anything? He can be stubborn, but he isn't foolish. At least he isn't foolish most of the time. Yeah. Oh, and he smacked her bottom apparently with one power, whatever. Oh. Okay, so she hit him back. Okay, whatever. With power force things. Oh no, it was Elaine that smacked him. Okay, whatever. Oh no, and now she's like, I would have expected this from Matt, not from you. We just wanted to help you. You repay us with this. You want me to do something? Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, now he's using Levioso on them and they are hovering around. Well, I mean, you asked for this, so now they're flying around. Okay. Oh, wow, and he shielded her from the true source as well. That's pretty badass, but also a bit weird. You wanted me to do something, Rand growled. Uh-oh, he's going haywire. He's going haywire. Do you like this? Fire flared up in the fireplace, filling the hearth from side to side, burning on stone bare of ashes. Or this, the tall stake and wolves above the fireplace began to soften and slump. Thin streams of gold and silver flowed out from the mass, finding down as shining threads, snaking, weaving themselves into a narrow sheet of metallic cloth. Lengths of glittering fabric hung in the air as it grew, its far end still linked to the slowly melting statuette on the stone mantel. Do something, Rand said. Do something. Do you have any idea what it's like to touch Sidene, to hold it? Do you? I can feel the madness waiting, seeping into me. Great, Rand. You are so sane right now. I'm glad you are so sane. Oh, and now the tables start to catch fire. Great. Why didn't Elaine ask him out? That would have been so much easier. Okay, now he's stopping. Great. Yeah, now he caught himself again, but the Magia may not give me another. A mattress a day is probably more than she is willing to. He avoided looking at her or Elaine. I'm sorry, I did not mean to. Sometimes it runs wild. Sometimes there's nothing there when I reach for it, and sometimes it's just doing things I don't. I'm sorry. Perhaps you had better go. It seems to say that I seem to say that a lot, yeah. We are not done yet, Egwene said gently. Why is she taking the lead? Let Elaine take the lead. I mean, you want to make them be together, so. Okay, so we have got confirmation that Rand is already more powerful than Nynaeve and her and Elaine, all of them. And Rand had been weaving a dozen flows. That's so badass, but also so dangerous. You said you would try. You must try, Elaine said. I did say that, didn't I? At least we can sit down, yeah. Okay, now they want to try another time something, and now he will really do what they ask him, not just cast random stuff. We just want you to talk. Tell us how you embrace the source. First I imagine a flame, and then I push everything into it. Hate, fear, nervousness. Everything. When they're all consumed, there's an emptiness, a void inside my head. I am in the middle of it, but I am part of whatever I am concentrating on too. Yeah, it's like his father said. It's the technique his father used. Tem taught it to me first, yes, and Len uses it too. Celine, someone I met once, called it the oneness. So she's not evil, so... By the way, Celine name drop, perfect. That's all I wanted. Emptiness, no emotion, that doesn't sound very much like what we do. Yes, it does, Egwene insisted eagerly. Rand, we just do it a little differently, that's all. I imagine myself to be a flower. Oh, she imagines herself to be a flower. I thought she would just imagine a flower, but okay. A rosebud, I imagine in it until I am the rosebud. That is like your void, in a way. The rosebud's petal opens up with the light of Saidar, and I let it fill me. And you have to submit to control it. Okay, interesting. It's nothing like what I do. Let it fill me? I have to reach out and take hold of Saidin. Yeah. Yeah, because the taint is there, it's probably interfering with everything. If I surrendered even for a minute, Saidin would consume me. Perhaps that's the trick. You have to do that, and no one wants to do that because they all think they will just be ripped apart. It's like a river of molten metal, an ocean of fire, all the light of the sun gathered in one spot. I know what you mean about the life filling you, though, even with the taint turning on my stomach, yeah. Face the facts, Egwene. The tower is right about this. Accept it for the truth because it is. She shakes her head, of course. I like this. Like, this is what I would have expected them to do. Because that's sensible. Like, they know, like Elaine and Egwene know how to cast. And it's different, but there might be parallels, and that's what I was saying all the time. So they can talk about it. Like, it's very cool. I will accept it when it is proved to me. Can you tell the flows apart? Air, water, spirit, fire, earth? Sometimes, not usually. Okay. And he's like, no, most days just take what I have and just kill stuff. It's like remembering something I've forgotten, yeah. How did you set fire to those tables? I don't know. When I want fire for a lamp or a fireplace, I just make it. But I don't know how. Yeah. It's instinct because of his former lives, I guess. But I mean, Egwene has earth, and fire is also for men. Earth is also for men. Couldn't they talk about earth? Would that not, perhaps that's similar? Did you know how you extinguished them? You seemed to think before they went out. That I do remember, because I don't believe I have ever done it before. I took in the heat from the table and spread it into the stone of the fireplace. The fireplace wouldn't even notice that much heat. And Elaine's like, why though? Oh, okay, Elaine once blew herself almost up. I think we read about that. Never draw heat in. A flame could be extinguished using air or water, but using fire to pull the heat away meant disaster with a flame of any size. Playing with fire is meant literally, they play with fire, because they channel. Okay, so women can't take in heat, but Rand can, like, divert it. And they still don't want to give up. You tried, I thank you for that. It is not your fault it didn't work. Must be a way, Egwene muttered. And Elaine murmured, we will find it, we will. Of course you will, but not today. Doesn't Elaine want to ask him something? The time had come to bring up her second reason for being here. Finally. Egwene says, Rand, I cannot marry you. Yes, you can't. I know, he said. I do not mean to hurt you, really, I don't, but I do not want to marry you. I understand, Egwene, I know what I am, no woman could. You woo-braided idiot! This has nothing to do with you channeling. I do not love you, at least not in the way to want to marry you. Rand's like, you don't love me? You don't love me? Don't you love me? Do you hate me? Whatever. Please try to understand. People change, Rand. Feelings change. When people are apart, sometimes they grow apart. I love you as I would a brother, perhaps more than a brother, but not to marry. Can you understand that? I really am a fool. I didn't really believe you might change too. Egwene, I do not want to marry you either. I did not want to change. I didn't try to, but it happened. If you knew how much this means to me, not having to pretend, not being afraid I'll hurt you. I never wanted to do that, Egwene. Never hurt you. Yeah, they're now brother and sister, basically. I like that. I'm glad you're taking it so well. I did not want to hurt you either, and now I really must go. She bent to brush a kiss across his cheek. You will find someone else. Of course, he said. You will. Elaine? Elaine? Go in? Elaine? She slipped out with a sense of satisfaction and hurried across the anteroom, letting Saidar go. Okay. She thought Elaine would manage him nicely now later, for as much later as they had. Oh, something had to be done about his control. She was willing to admit that what she had been told was right. No woman could teach him fish and birds. but that was not the same as giving up. Something had to be done, so a way had to be found. That horrible wound and the madness were problems for later, but they would be dealt with eventually somehow. Everyone said two Rivers men were stubborn, but they could not match two Rivers women. Ah, what a great chapter, and they teased me, and they are probably gonna cut away now in the next chapter, and I will never know what Elaine is doing. I just wanted Elaine to tell them, you know, because I ship them. Yes, I do. I do. Anyway, that was the chapter. I hope you liked it. Yeah, so if you like this, of course, always consider liking, subscribing, sharing all the good stuff, and have a great day. And we will see each other tomorrow, and then I will hopefully read what Elaine is doing, and perhaps I will not. And yeah, as always, take care of yourself, and see you soon. Bye.